Y'all ask women all the time, why you ain't married? But people don't ask men that.
They don't
ask men that, because, they like to make women feel like they're not on the level of getting married, anybody wanting to be with them. When a girl is dating a guy for 6 years, the family is asking her, why he ain't married you yet? But nobody's asking that boy, hey, why you ain't married her yet? What's your problem? Why the men in the family haven't come to him and say, hey, man, what's your issue? You gonna marry her or not? Or you gonna make her a whore for 6, 7, 8 years? Where the daddies at? Where the big brothers at? That step up to these men and say, you done had a kid with her? Y'all live together? Why won't you marry my sister, my cousin? What is up with you, man? So you just gonna whore around on her like that? You gonna sleep with her but not actually make it official? You're not gonna actually cover her for real? You gonna fake cover her? Because these men are not covering anybody. That's a responsible grown man.
All right, how you feel about that video?
My honest opinion is, we have to make, as a woman, you have to make sure you cover yourself. That's anybody, a woman or a man. You have to make sure you have yourself covered. So therefore, whatever another person is lacking, you can identify that and say, you know what, this is not for me. So let me go ahead and pull myself out of this before I begin to complain. Unless you're a person that just want to complain about it. I believe in, if it's not broke, fix it. But if it's broke, don't even fix it, go buy a whole new one.
I'm gonna be honest. I was not expecting that answer from you. I was not. I ain't gonna lie. That was a great fucking answer. I was not expecting the answer from you.
Yeah, you ain't like that one, did you?
No, I liked it. No, I liked it. I loved it. Actually, I love the answer, but I wasn't expecting that answer because a lot of people don't hold themselves accountable. And when you say you got to cover yourself, that's basically holding yourself accountable because nobody knows what you're going through, what you need in life, especially when it comes to dating. We have a lot of people out here that's telling us, hey, the man is to blame, the woman is to blame. Well, you knew this person wasn't shit to start with. What, you know what I'm saying? What you doing over here? So I'm just, Sade, what you think?
I got a few opinions.
Go ahead.
For one, I don't think men don't want, men are not want you, but don't want nobody else to want you. So they'll try to hold on to you. That's what I don't like. On top of that, they be so, just like how us females, we have our past and our trust issues and our traumas. Men do too, but they don't. I guess, as they say, we don't give them the space to express that and stuff like that. I got so many opinions about that because I'm already going through men not taking accountability, and it's taking accountability is that's a big step, and for a man to do that, that's some grown man shit. But
so do you think other men should hold? So let's say in a scenario, you were shacking with another guy. You and the guy was shacking. Y'all got an actual family. Do you think men and his family should come to him and say, hey, man, what are you doing with this woman?
Get it together, yeah. Either get it together or leave her. Yeah, I definitely think so.
Do you think marriage should be the goal of a lot of people in 2024, though?
Do I think it should be a goal?
Like if y'all have established that type of relationship, y'all together, y'all got kids, y'all splitting bills.
If it's the went that far, marriage should definitely be some type of conversation. It should have came. It should be somewhere. It definitely should be got to that point by then. If you're doing all that, yeah, we got kids, we paying bills, yeah,
for real.
The only thing, but at the same time, people like to say, "Oh, a piece of paper ain't nothing," and it's something. Because what is we doing?
So a piece of paper to you means something.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Let me go to cousin. What's your name again? I'm sorry, I'm being weird.
It's Jalen.
Okay, Jalen.
He's Jalen.
Right, y'all gonna make me the ratchet person.
Jalen, what you think?
I'm gonna go back to your question. Men do not take accountability for anything. When you were
men don't take accountability for anything. Okay, expound more.
Okay, like you said about shacking. I'm gonna say my situation. I mean, he was living in my house. We were going half on bills, taking care of our child, but I didn't want him.
Why not?
Personal reasons.
No, you can't say stuff like that because we hold on, don't get on here. This the new normal podcast. You
It's
don't get on
okay.
here and be vague. We trying to so I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it real quick. So this is us trying to mend a lot of broken shit.
Okay.
So people need to hear what you gotta say.
Okay.
So let's be real. Why did you not want him?
Because when I was pregnant with my child,
Mm-hmm.
he did things to me that it's just some things you can never forget.
Like what?
Like going to cheat with somebody else. You can't help me during my pregnancy, taking me to doctor's appointments and stuff, but you can go to Tennessee or Texas or wherever you want to go. But you can't help me, but you can go out with friends and go meet up with other girls and stuff like that. So now that I done had my child, he wants to come back because he realized that I am the person that was and will do anything for you. And that they're not going to do anything for you.
Did you set that boundary before you got pregnant that this is what I require from you as a person who's got me pregnant?
Yes, because we had been together for several years.
Mm-hmm.
So he knew what my standards was. I knew what his standards was. I knew what he wanted. And he knew what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, when he didn't come through with what I wanted, it was a problem.
Do you think you vetted him enough to know if he was able to give you what you was asking?
Yeah, definitely do.
Do you think he was able to give you what you was asking then?
No.
So then why would you continue to get pregnant by somebody that couldn't give you something that you was asking for?
Because I was already pregnant before I realized who he was.
So this is the question that we have in about family building, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't women in our community, the Black community, vet men enough before pregnancy ensues to make sure that, hey, this man is here, he's competent, he's smart, has a good IQ, great family background, raised up in a good family, to make sure that he can give me what I need during my time of pregnancy, to be my husband, to be my provider, to be my protector. Why don't a lot of women do that ahead of time?
I did.
But you said
he comes from a good family.
okay.
His mom is a preacher.
Okay.
Daddy an apostle, whatever. But it came to when I was pregnant. I feel like men change a lot once you are pregnant. And I'm not gonna say all men.
In what way? Because I hear women say this a lot. In what way?
It's a lot of ways. Like they change their attitude. It's a lot. It'd be a lot going on. I feel like if you're not already married or in a situation where you can, I don't even want to say maintain, but maintain that man. It just depends on the man.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can't give me what I want and I can't give you what you want, why are we together? Which is why I ended it.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask the fellas. Do y'all think men should hold other men accountable for like shacking up? We ain't talking about the woman ran the man. We talking about shacking up. They living together. They got kids. They splitting bills, but he hasn't put an official title on it or married her or put her in a position to have a ring on or say, this is my wife. What do y'all think? Christian, you go first.
What do I think? I feel like shouldn't nobody ever, especially outside the situation, be pressuring me or putting a timeline on when I need to marry the person I'm dealing with, whether we live together or not. Because it's like, you don't stay with us, you don't pay these bills, so your opinion really don't fucking matter.
That's how you feel?
I marry her when I get ready or when I feel like it's time for us to get married.
Do you think community should play a part in that, though?
No, because the community don't stay in my damn house.
But if you don't do what is needed for your household, won't that seek out into the community? So if you don't marry this woman and y'all split up, and now that this kid isn't in the household 24/7 with the father, isn't that going to show in the community?
I mean, whether it's showing me personally, I don't give a damn. Long as my child took care of.
Isn't that the problem that we have now, though?
I mean, it is, but everybody give a fuck about what everybody think. That's why I said me personally, I don't care what everybody think.
And so that's why we having this conversation, because I think community is very important. And so with a mindset like you just said, where you don't give a damn, but then we have so many people that's got to take on your child
So when
being
you say-
bad as hell,
So when you say
disrupting other motherfuckers in school, a whole bunch of other shit that comes with you not being there, because you say, hey, community don't mean nothing to me.
I'm saying when you say community, are we talking about family? Like, I feel
Family,
like family and community.
community is for me.
I'm-
Community
okay.
starts at home,
Okay.
and so much so that when community starts at home, it's like I'm going to make sure I'm here for my son, so he won't be breaking in nobody's house, killing nobody, raping nobody, doing other stuff to people that I don't condone as a father, because I teach him certain things to let him know what is conducive for him to operate in society. Keep him out of prison, keep my daughters off stripper poles, to put in good people out there in society. So that's part of the community that starts at home. But when you say, I don't give a damn, and then now you have a woman that's typically going to raise the child, and now this young boy or young girl goes out in the community and they're emotional, and now they doing stuff to such and such down the street, or they doing stuff to this other child at school, what are we supposed to do then? Because you the daddy, you the disciplinarian,
Exactly.
not the woman.
Right.
So if you ain't putting discipline and instilling some type of fear and some type of structure in your child, you can't just be like, oh, these kids is fucked up, and you putting the same product outside.
But that's the thing. I ain't putting no prodigal like, oh, my kid gonna know. Like,
But
they
at
gonna-
one
they-
minute you said you don't give a damn, but then now
That's
your
what
kid gonna know.
I'm saying. Like, when you say community, I'm thinking outside my house, outside of me and my child.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is the way, even if I'm in a co-parenting situation,
Yeah.
the way I want my child to be raised and taught and all that, I'm not worried. I'm not gonna be worried about him outside of, like, my house, because he's gonna know. Like,
So you saying you still gonna instill values in him?
yeah, like, he gonna know. Like, he gonna know what's up. Like, he gonna know right from wrong. You know what I'm saying? He gonna know what to do and what not to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure he's gonna run into situations like it's gonna be a first time for everything when it comes to a child, especially a lot.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can always sit down and talk to that child when that situation comes about, because they're gonna come back and tell you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's when that's teaching time. You feel me? So when they run into that situation again, hey, boom, boom, woo, I ain't gotta worry about it no more. So I feel like family is important. If we're gonna just go just community in general, I feel like family is important. But as far as outside the family and outside my household, if I'm co-parenting outside my household, but if the parents, or me and the mama still together, then shit, you know what I'm saying? I ain't too much worried about what's going on outside my house and my family.
Chris, what you think?
I get some pushback to that, because what he's saying is that you really wouldn't be able to tell at what age your baby mama would separate from you, because certain years are critical for child development. So a lot of the learning is by observation. So he's saying the probability is going to increase that your child going out in the community, schools, public, will be a problem. Not so much guarantee, but the probability would be a problem, because he didn't come from the two-parent home. You look at most trouble, most the murders, whatever, it's the same profile. But as far as the men being able to come, and I would think it depends on the clique, because I think we got away from forming clans. So you form a clan, everybody's of the same caliber. It's the same cloth, it's the same code. So if I'm the type to say I don't believe in the baby daddy shit, so I ain't really about to welcome nobody in my clan that's on the baby daddy time. So if you bring, you see what I'm saying? Anything we bring into this, if we trying to build something exquisite, exclusive, valuable, it has to be, those people got to be in that. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you bring somebody where you just want to fuck around and drag along and do this way and do that way, that's reckless.
Yeah.
So we ain't gonna even allow you in this thing of ours anyway.
Right.
So it's not so much I can tell you, hey man, you need to do whatever, because I don't know what your timeline is, but I can. Hey, we don't do the baby daddy, baby mama shit over here. This what this unit stand for is family first, whatever the case may be, and we move in that.
I mean,
Versus trying to come and tell you, hey man, marry that woman. I can't do that, because I don't know what she didn't agree to.
Yeah.
which is why he got her in this position in the first place.
But that's kind of what I was saying. That's what I was saying at first. Like, that's why I don't believe in somebody just coming. Hey, you need to marry. Like, motherfucker, who the fuck is you to tell me I need to marry the motherfucker right now? You don't know what the fuck we got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But my thing is, wouldn't it be a reasonable request if you playing house though?
I mean, that depends on
if you already
the
playing
two
house, if you paying bills.
I put it like this. I know a couple right now been together 2 years and still ain't married. They enjoying what they got. They're not married.
Hold on. So they got kids too?
Yeah, they got kids.
They got kids, they're paying bills. So my thing is, what would be the reason why they wouldn't be married?
Because they come in law sound like it already.
But I mean, they don't even recognize that nowadays.
Because they feel like marriage changed folks. So they just riding out what they got.
What you gotta say, Ari?
And this might rub a lot of people the wrong way, but I don't care. I feel like, and I'm speaking from somebody who comes from a 2-parent household. I come from a village. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's my little cousin right there. You see what I'm saying? I come from a village. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a little different for me. I feel like when it comes to a household, my mama, I was raised on what goes on in my house stays in my house.
Right.
But I also learned that if something that went on in your house was detrimental to your adulthood, then we got to go back and figure some things out. Mm-hmm. And I do feel like as a child, certain things that I experienced, it was people in my village who decided not to say anything because they felt like that's not my place. If I'm in your life of any sort, that is your place. You know, it's your place. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's not what you do, it's how you do things.
Yeah.
I'm never going to come to my homegirl and be like, girl, you need to cook and clean for that man. He probably ain't doing right. Because I'm being honest, I'm not cooking and cleaning for no man I'm going to have for no bills for. With empty ways, I'm not doing all that.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. I'm gonna ask everybody this question. Do y'all think our parents told us what stays in this house, what goes on in this house stays in this house because they knew they was fucked up individuals?
No, you got to understand. Back in the day, I'm gonna only speak from my experience. Back in the day, I didn't grow up with we had family members calling DHR on each other. I didn't grow up in that type of environment. But what I did grow up in is, as a child, you don't understand everything that's around you. Mm-hmm. Your uncle, Tommy, that always give you $5, he cool in your eyes because he always give you $5, but you don't know that man is a predator and been touching your other cousin. You know what I'm saying? It's stuff like that. You don't know that's going on. So yeah, sometimes it's to protect you. Now, I do feel like as children, everybody deserves a safe space, no matter how old you are. I feel like everybody deserves a safe space. I had a safe space, you know what I'm saying, which was my auntie who's no longer with me. You know what I'm saying? That's who I told my everything to as a child. She's checked my daddy about stuff that I may not have told my daddy, but I told her. Mm-hmm. That's the correct way of doing things. Hey, your baby came and talked to me about it. My niece came and said this and the third to me. What's going on? You know, you just got to be in tune with certain things. And I feel like communication brings it melts those things together so it all can make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It melts together.
I'm gonna read these comments. Pinky said, it's a reality check for them for real. You see sides you never knew existed once that pregnancy happens. That's to your comment. It takes a village, most definitely.
So can I
go ahead.
Ask y'all and him too a question? Okay, when you say village, are we talking like community village or are we talking like family?
Hold on.
Like
hey, if y'all watching the video, y'all make sure y'all share this video. We having a real conversation. Y'all make sure y'all like the video and stuff like that.
Godparents, like certain aunts, whoever
Aunties,
you close to, whoever, whoever helping and in your kid's life that's making some type of impact. That's your village.
I do want to say this though, real quick. Like growing up, I had a village in school. I had certain teachers, like we all know that teacher that let you skip when you don't like that social studies teacher. So you can come to the gym, you know what I'm saying, kick it for a minute. You have a safe space, but you gotta surround yourself with people that love you for you and not just for, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is that you have to bring to the table. And I've realized that sometimes nowadays teachers are going to school, going to work for the check. They're not going to work for the kids. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to work for the kids. Thank God I can remember when my nieces and nephews small in school, and it's kids in the classroom that we know at home are not getting the care that they need. We don't call. I didn't call it. We, from what I understand, DHR wasn't called, but we applied certain things. I don't mind packing an extra sandwich or two for that baby, because guess what? Your mama may not be feeding you, but I feed you, because I'm not somebody mama, but I'm somebody mama in a way. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a village is more than just auntie, uncle, because it could be beyond that. It's just about what you put around your child. And not to make it spiritual, you got to pray over your kids, baby. Pray for that spirit of discernment, because my niece 5 years old, and if you look at her wrong, she'll look at me and be like, She out, and once it's that you can't get her $100. She ain't fooling with you. Yeah, so it's just.
I just want to say this. I think a village, to me, starts at home too. Everything starts at home, and a lot of people don't want to parent their children like they're supposed to. And I think a lot of people want to be their children friends. Now we see on TikTok a lot of these mamas dancing. Or I was talking to my wife the other day, and there was a video, is multiple videos of these women and their daughters saying, "Who's the mama?"
Yeah.
What?
You never seen those videos?
This a trend right now?
Yeah, it's a video. It'd be like the mom and the two daughters. So it'd be three of them. And you don't know who is who.
Oh, and they be dancing and stuff.
Yeah, and they say who's the daughter or who's the oldest and stuff like that. It's like those type of things. It shows like competition with your daughter when you're supposed to be out the way. You're supposed to be congratulating your daughter. You're supposed to be pushing your daughter to help her find a suitable partner. But now you still on TikTok shaking your cellulite and your fat and stuff like that. So it's like, bro, what the fuck going on? You know what I'm saying?
No fat people do that challenge. Don't do that.
I have
seen.
I
done seen the one with the mama, the daughter, and the grandma.
I be seeing that, and it's like it's African American family. And they be dancing.
Yeah, and I still don't know who is who.
Right, and so like that, like even that who's the mother, why are we having to pick out the mother? You should want people to know you the mother. Because if it gets to the point where I'm trying to decipher who's the mother, you ain't doing your job right.
I think that I recently had a conversation with a friend, and I told them, like, we was having a conversation of like the young folk, old people, like the older generation versus the younger generation with the going now. You know, it's like it was a situation where some older lady was saying, like, I'm 32 and I don't look like it. Yes, you do. You just look a good 32. You kept yourself up. You know what I'm saying? You went out here taking all these drugs, doing all this crazy stuff, so you look a little better. It's already safe to say black don't crack. You know what I'm saying? But I think stuff like that, those videos, I feel like that is what keeps up that mindset of these older women in their 40s. You still want to be at the platinum. Go home.
Yeah, I want to speak to the learned behaviors of that, like going into like the stepdad and the shack and all of that. Well, we had to get it from somebody. Like, let me ask y'all something. As far as the men, let's say y'all may have dated. Did you see like aunties, mamas, grandmas, or whatever deal with men that behave in the same fashion as some of the guys you may have dated behave today? You seen any common behaviors, ladies?
Yes.
For real?
Okay, that's interesting you say that. What are some of those behaviors you may have seen auntie and grandma and them deal with from the man that you may have dealt with from a man of today? Or some things you may have dealt with?
Okay. Like we go to like the family cookouts or something, and you know, grandma got this man right here, but next time we're at the cookout, there's another man.
Grandma.
Oh, so you saying grandma swapping them out?
Yeah, grandma swapping them out.
No. So let me ask my question again. As far as the man's behavior,
another way,
like handling your grandma, your auntie a certain way, a certain charisma, swag, and you see the guy that you deal with acting the same way and granddaddy them operated. If that makes sense.
It's more like it's an attitude thing.
That's what, okay. And what's that?
Like, if I can be right here, say you're right here with me and we're talking together and you talking to me with your hands and all this stuff, you're going to feel disrespected. Like, what are you doing? Why are you talking to me with your hands doing all this every time I say something to you? That's crazy. When I expect to talk to a man, I need him to be like, hey, baby, how was your day? How are you doing this? You need this, you need that. Except, no, you need to go do that. You need to do this. You need to do that. I'm sure that's why most relationships fail, because it's more about demanding of what I need or understanding of what I need and what you need.
Are women? You think women are attracted to controlling men, or men that
Hell
don't have no
no.
control?
It depends on the woman.
Yeah, just in
It
general.
does depend on the woman.